Welcome back to Mechanical Room Extras and another Meet the Team segment. We have someone with some tenure here, someone who's moved up, someone who's moved up the ladder over the years. Jeremiah Besse, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us. Tell us a little bit about what you've, where you've started at and what you're doing these days.
So I came to Centrotherm just over 3 years ago. I came in as a design and testing engineer into the engineering department straight out of school. So first full-time job out of college. And I was there for about a year and a half. And there was a void in the manufacturing engineering position that had been vacant for a number of months, and there was really a need for it there. And so during the COVID era, I made the transition from design and testing engineer into the manufacturing engineer role. And then a few months ago, our current production manager parted ways, and there was again another vacancy in a void, and I filled that. So I'm now the production manager. So I've been skipping around a little bit, but you know, I love what I get to do every day, and it's fun.
So you specialize in filling voids.
Yeah.
So okay. What does a production manager actually do? So we're for people who don't know, we're a manufacturing facility and we're actually making pipes out there on the floor. There's all kinds of gear and there's all kinds of human beings doing all kinds of processes, and you're pretty much the boss now. So take us through a bit of a day-to-day for the production manager. You say you do different things every day. Yep. So what's a week look like, really?
So I guess the way to put it, and you're gonna slap me over the head, but I manage production.
That's really funny. So I asked Isabella on the first one, I said, well, what does an order entry person do? She goes, well, I enter the orders.
Yep. But no, so it covers our full line of production. So we have a rigid extrusion line, which manufactures all of the standard vent lengths. So we call it essentially high volume, low mix. All of the stuff that we produce, hundreds of thousands of.
So vents, largely.
So vents, yep, the standard vent lengths, and that is a pretty complex line of 5-6 different multi-$100,000 pieces of equipment. So we have a couple operators operating that throughout the day, and then I also manage we call the manufacturing cell and the cartoning cell, which is the lower quantity, higher mix parts. So T's, branch T's, adapters, all those kind of components as well too. And basically what I do is manage the supervisors who manage the production employees. So making sure that the plan is up to date, everybody knows what they're doing, and trying our best to produce parts in a timely manner so we can hit orders. We've struggled the last few months. Hopefully we've started to improve a little bit, and we keep going.
We're getting there. So. We're getting there with your help. You're somebody who, so JJ is somebody who I used to work with a little bit more directly when you were in an engineering capacity, because you'd help me with renderings and you'd explain to me how parts work, and we'd make installation instructions together. So this is why I roped you in here, because I don't really get to work with you too much anymore. So
a little busy now.
Yes, exactly. Well, we were busy before, but our projects overlapped.
Right.
There's not too many deliverables that marketing has to production manager, and sort of vice versa.
Right.
Except you take all my swag.
Yeah, we steal the swag.
So, what's the biggest headache of your week, let's say?
The biggest headache of my week. That's a good question. There's a number of them.
Okay, well, what's giving you body pains and aches?
Certainly right now, it's still managing our production plan. So we're still really building a production planning process. And so TJ, the director of operations, is running essentially an expedite list that sales has access to, and sales says, hey, right, we need this right in a but less than the standard lead time that we're operating in right now.
We got an emergency situation.
Right, we got an emergency
how do we meet that in the market?
How do we meet that? And basically managing that with the production plan. So, we'll come into the week and say, this is what we're doing each day. This is the production plan. And then all of a sudden, right, we got to fill in these orders here to try and meet those expedites.
So you and TJ together are a bit like symphony composers, along with, let's say, Joe's doing the work orders, trying to keep the high volume stuff rolling while also meet the smaller one-off type stuff and accommodate fire in the hole situations.
Exactly. Yeah, and so with the few thousand SKUs that we manufacture, it can be tough to make sure that you're hitting every single one. But we're building a process. We're pretty confident now. It seems to be working. I'm seeing fewer expedites coming through, which is always nice. Hopefully that means that we're shipping the product a little bit earlier or on time. But yeah, so I think it's a balance, but it's fun for the guys and it's fun for me too, right? Where you can quickly get a challenge and be able to adapt and make it happen, which is always nice.
So you spoke, that's very comment positively about some of that moving stuff around. Is that your favorite part of this? Is sort of orchestrating?
Not so much. So my favorite part certainly is actually the continuous improvement, which is what we have really pushed and tried to get to. You know, digging out of the back order, you know, part supply issue problems that we've had. There hasn't been so much continuous improvement because you're always just trying to play catch up. But you know, looking at a process, say, you know, we're welding up a T, is there a better way to do it, right? Can we make it more efficient? Can we do that kind of continuous improvement to really help, you know, the guys on the floor make their life easier, and then also, right, improve our efficiency overall.
And you're in a unique position to help with that, given you did some design, process engineering and things like that as well.
Yep.
So you have a unique insight into how the parts are made and maybe how to improve them and stuff like that.
Yeah, it certainly helps to come with an engineering background to, you know, be able to do a little bit of the design work even, and some thought processes, and how I think helps with some of that continuous improvement.
What's a long-term project that's sort of on the map here?
Long-term project that's on the map. So we have a couple different OEM components that take up a huge amount of our manufacturing labor. Can make it tough to kind of produce the standard parts because we spend so much time and labor manufacturing some pretty custom components. And there are some processes and things that we're looking at potentially bringing injection molding in, and then actually injection molding some of those parts. So a part that takes 5, 6, 7 different cutting, welding steps, right, can all of a sudden be done in 30 seconds in an injection molding.
So that obviously changes more efficiency and greater volumes.
Exactly.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but injection molding will also potentially reduce any kind of quality issues because there's a repetition type of thing.
Yeah, right. So you're having a machine do something, right, instead of a person, which, you know, anytime you can get a machine set up, right, it's going to be, right, less chance for quality mistakes or easier to catch as well, too.
Excellent. So when you're not managing production, how are you spending your time these days? I know you were a very competent airsoft player years ago, or still
many years ago. Not so much anymore. I still try and play soccer as much as I can. I really missed. I played all through college and through high school as well too. I missed a little bit of the competitive atmosphere, but still playing pretty regularly, which I do enjoy.
Like every weekend or close?
Normally once a week.
Really? What position?
I'm a back. I'm a center back.
Okay.
Defender by trade.
Okay. Fair enough. Is there, globally speaking, maybe in the German league or the EPL or MLS, is there a team? Is there a football club that is like close to your heart?
I wouldn't say so much close to my heart. I certainly follow the EPL pretty well. My problem was I didn't really start watching soccer until relatively late. I didn't actually start watching until a couple of years into college. Okay. And at that point, everybody was like, "Oh, I'm this team's fan. Oh, I'm this team's fan." It's like tough at that point because like if you pick one of the top 6 teams, then you're a bandwagoner. You don't want to do that, but then you don't want to like pick one of the bottom teams that never ends up winning.
That's why you got to stick with like the lovable losers, like the Buffalo Bills, right? That's it.
But no, I would say I'm a soccer fan in general, a football fan in general.
Is there a player perhaps that you watched throughout
I'm
their
a
career?
big Christian Pulisic fan. Captain America.
What team is that?
So he currently plays for Chelsea. But he is a young American star.
Oh, okay. Where's it from?
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
No way. Okay.
Not too far.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's pretty cool. And he plays for Chelsea, who comes from the EPL.
Yeah.
Are they in the top version of the EPL? My soccer knowledge exclusively comes from
they are in
Ted
the
Lasso.
Premier League. So
gotcha.
Pretty good actually. A lot of great information.
Have you watched the Ted Lasso program?
I have not.
Oh, you'd like it.
I have heard great things, and I've been told, hey, you gotta watch this. But
you gotta believe, man. You gotta believe, right? That's I don't know if I don't know about it, but he plays the coach, an American football coach. You know? Yes. You'd like it. It's very. I didn't expect to like it. It's very good. When you're not playing, you should take a look.
It's on my to-watch list.
Yeah, excellent. Well, what else is on the to-watch list? What are you involved in these days? Is there a movie coming out or something you've seen recently that's kind of stuck with you?
Not too much. I enjoyed the Game of Thrones recently.
House of Dragon.
Yeah, House of Dragons. Very much enjoyed that. That was good.
Was it the incest?
No, not so much that. More the dragons.
Okay. Excellent. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of both, quite honestly. I also watched that. I enjoy that. We used to talk about the old show when it was on years ago, whatever as well. So excellent. Well, I'll get back to it. You are a busy man. I always see you zipping around the floor. You're out on the floor. You're
at my steps
desk.
in.
You're upstairs in the conference room. You're in the office with the CEO. You are in with HR because you manage a great number of people these days. You are one of my favorite people here, and one of the busiest guys. And so congratulations on the series of promotions that got you where you are. At a pretty young age, you're at a very high leadership level here, which is well deserved, and continue to crush it.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Matt.